welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. It is Tuesday morning, so that means we go through our week in numbers for Tuesday at Clough Rd. Not for Tuesday, but for Clough Rd. Can I just say, by the way, I have no idea why so many people are listening. It's over 12,000 people this month, which is bananas. I stutter, I fall over my words, I talk sentences that sometimes don't make proper grammarly sense. See what I mean? And so, yeah, I genuinely, I really appreciate everyone listening. It is awesome. And I love doing these podcasts. And yeah, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will keep doing them because I bloody love them. I just enjoy it. It's great. But also, one of the reasons I do them as well is not just because of you guys. It's the two other reasons. Me, it keeps me on the ball all the time because it makes me look at the figures, look at the monthly figures, look at the quarterly figures, look at just keeps me accountable. It keeps me accountable to know what's going on in my business, which is good. But also, I'm doing it for my kids as well, because if my dad documented the process from how he went from council estate to a 7-figure sellout, then I would want to know. I want to know everything. I would listen to every single podcast he ever did, or his diary, or anything. If I could just tap into that, I would love it. And so part of this is because I love doing it for my kids as well, because hopefully they're going to be interested. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Maybe they get bored of me talking about business and stuff, and you know, they'll never listen to it. But if they want it, it's there. It's there forever, for generations, hopefully, to come and just think, do you know what happened this week? So yeah, it's enjoyable, and I can personally look back as well on the journey in 5 years' time when we'll have like 15 sites or something. I can look back, fingers crossed, hopefully, touch wood. I can look back at the journey and think, 5 years ago, I only had 3 sites open. Yes, number four was about to open, but how did it change then? What was the catalyst? What happened? And as I can see how much we've earned and stuff in that, and that's why I share everything, because it's fully documented. Okay, so number of quotes last week at Clough Rd was 43. That is the second most quotes we've ever had, so it's really starting to ramp up. However, we've had a problem with a bloody shop fit. We're supposed to be finishing now, and we've got people reserved now to go in tomorrow. We got told it was going to be finished 27th, I think it was, or 28th. So we've got people coming in. We just basically rang Janice up and just to check, make sure, sent her a message or an email or something saying, look, are we 100% ready for this date? That's the date you told us. And we got an email back saying, no, sorry, it's not. It's been delayed 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. What? Well, thanks for telling me. we had to ring up. And yes, Janice, as you know, sponsored the podcast and may well be sponsoring the podcast again. But I want to be honest with you guys. There's no point me doing this podcast if I'm not allowed to say what I want. And so it was thoroughly disappointing, really disappointing. And so now phase 2 is being delayed. But not only that, we pissed some customers off. And that's not good. If it's going to be delayed, Janice, we need to know as soon as possible. We don't want to be told on the back of us emailing you. That's not being proactive. It's been reactive. We've been proactive, double checking. Good job, Angela was proactive and double checked. And we've seen now that we've got customers annoyed, and it's obviously upsetting for us and frustrating for us, because now we're delayed 2 weeks, and we've got like I said 43 quotes last week, and we've got very few rooms. We only did 2 reservations last week because we ain't got the rooms available. So we only had 4.65 conversion rates. Which is obviously, there's a reason for it, is because we haven't got the rooms, and we've increased our prices as well, because if you haven't got the rooms, if you've only got limited supply, then you might as well, if you've got limited supply and big demand, then you might as well put the prices up. So if someone does move in, we're getting the best bang for our buck. So that's my little moan. And obviously, apart from that, they've been absolutely fantastic with us, you know. And to be fair, if I'm really being fair as well, giving both sides, Janice did try to rush this one through. And so so maybe I'm not being completely fair, because normally the wait time is X amount of weeks, and they did try to rush it through for me and do it quicker. And then unfortunately, in the end, they couldn't do it quicker. I just obviously like the communication to be better. And therefore, then we wouldn't have let the customers down, and they wouldn't be annoyed with us because they've got nowhere to go. They've got nowhere to go. We haven't got the rooms at Willoughby either, or they don't want to go to Willoughby because it's too far away. And we can't help them at Clough Rd. So that's a bit of a bummer. Right, so number of quotes, 43. Number of reservations were 2. So that's a 4.65 conversion rate. Total square foot reserved was 225 square foot last week. Number of move-ins, we had 5 move-ins for 525 square foot. However, we had 535 square foot moved out, so we're 10 square foot down last week. We had a conversion rate from quotes to move-ins of 11.63, so 12%, and there was 6 rooms that was emptied or moved out. So we're starting now to see the churn rate go up. That is the most that we've ever had move out. 535 square foot, the most square foot ever moved out in a week, and 6 move outs as well, which has been the most rooms moved out in any one week as well. Before that, the previous high was 5 and 475 square foot. So we're starting to see that churn rate increase now, which is obviously going to happen. And today we've had 3 move outs in one day, or 3 notices given in one day, which is, every time I get this email from store, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, bloody hell, Jesus Christ, damn it. So yeah, it's gutting, but it's going to happen. It's as certain as tax and deaths, we're going to get churn. We're going to get move outs. And unfortunately, fortunately for us, the churn has been very, very low of this site. For some godforsaken reason, I don't know why, the churn's been very, very low. And now it's just starting to increase that little bit. Right, let's have a look at some other figures I can give you guys. So where did the quotes come from? I'm glad you asked. Google had 26. That was 59% of the quotes. Removals and referrals was 1. That was 2.27. Signs and passing by was 12. So that was 27%. Social media, used before, and word of mouth was all 1. And that was 2.27, each of those. Let's have a look at, let's see what else I can give you. Aha, I know what else I can give you guys, you slippery little suckers. Can I just say, by the way, I've got this page loaded up already. Yeah, I just want to say that on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, we've got a great interview with Tom from Willbox. Great interview. Even if I do say so myself, I really enjoyed talking about their woodpecker sites, and not only of Willbox actually designing units and supplying units, but they've also got their own container storage, which I think is fantastic, because you know that they know the problems that us self-storage operators go through in a site, in a container site, because they're doing it themselves. So they've seen the problems, dealt with the problems, and now they can help us deal and solve the problems as well on a greater level. So I love that. And also, it's a standalone business. It's gonna, they probably thought, I'm sick of everybody else making money with these bloody containers. Why don't we do it ourselves? So hello, they have done. And yeah, and clearly it's going very, very well. And we talk about that tomorrow in the podcast. And so I won't get another chance to say that I am at the show tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to win. We're up for best independent, best outdoor container site, and also manager of the year as well. So hopefully we can take 2 or more. I'm only joking. I'll be over the moon with one. It's just an honor to be in the final. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So we love it. And so, yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there. So, yeah, I'll see you all there. Anybody who's coming to the awards. Right. So what else can I tell you? I can tell you that gross revenue is now £10,902. That is what we've taken so far in June, which is up 23%. At this time last month, we'd only taken £8,388.96. So up 23%, which is incredible, because here we go. I've got a sheet of paper what I thought best case scenario would be. By the end of June, which is coming up, best case scenario, I had us taking £11,000, and we're already at 10,902. This is on the 27th. So I believe it'll be over £12,000, which is quite special. So we're already over 10%, well, 9% up on what I thought the best case scenario could be. Even with the figures we've had, I just didn't think we could be taking that much money. And I've only done this best case scenarios last month. I plotted out the graph to £20,000 takings just because I'm sad and I enjoy doing shit like this. In July, I thought best case scenario, we would take 13,000. If we're going to take 12,000 this month, that means we'll probably get to 13,000 in July. However, because we haven't moved in much or many square foot and we haven't reserved many people, July might take a little bit of a dip, a slight dip, or be stable. I don't think it'll go up £2,000 like I expect every single month. The revenues go up £2,000. That's just my guesstimate. So £13,000. It might be achievable, but I won't be too disappointed if we don't, because we've had that little problem of obviously phase 2. We didn't order it quick enough, and therefore it hasn't been open quick enough. So it's really stalled the growth a little bit. And so I won't be too disappointed if we don't hit that. At the end of August, I wanted 15,000. At the end of September, I wanted 17,000. October, I wanted 19,000. November, I wanted 19,000. In December, before the end of the year, I wanted to be taking £20,000. So you'll notice towards the back end of the year, October, November, and December, that the increase, well, from October to December, it's only £1,000. So we expect the growth, the trajectory to somewhat slow off, especially in the winter months. So yeah, that is best case scenario. We do have one major problem with Clough Rd, major problem, and I'll probably do a podcast about it, maybe Thursday even this week. But I don't know a lot of information about it, so maybe I can't. Basically, long story short, is the floor. The floor is the paint is almost kegeling. Don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. The floor is showing problems even with places where we haven't painted it, like an electric cupboard. For some reason we didn't paint the electric cupboard, don't know why. And the floor is still, it's all white stuff on it, and so that could be a major problem, because there's only two problems it could be. Number one, the paint is reacting bad to the floor for whatever reason, even though it's the industrial paint and we used it at Storm or Willoughby. It's not the cheap stuff, it's the good stuff. So it could be that. And if that's the case, then we need to move everybody's shit out and paint it again, strip it and paint it, which is going to be a problem. At least we can move stuff upstairs when it finally gets done. We can move everything upstairs. And then it's also, but if it's the actual floor, if it's a concrete, then fucking hell, I don't know. Worst case scenario, I have no idea what worst case scenario. Dig it all up again? I don't know. And we've got the shop fit there as well. So we've got the rooms. Do the rooms have to come up? I just don't know at this point. I do not know. So at the minute, when I say that the best case is getting 20,000 by December, fucking hell, if we get that, that'll be amazing, because part of me thinking we've got to sort this floor out, and I don't know how we're going to sort this floor out. We'll have to move every single bloody customer upstairs. So it's going to be somewhat interesting. And if we do move everybody upstairs, that means we've got no rooms left. So even when we have phase 2 sorted, we've got nowhere to put them, because all downstairs people will be going upstairs, and we still got nobody downstairs. We've still got nowhere putting people, new customers. So then we're going to lose a whole summer. The whole summer could potentially be wiped out. And that means come winter, all you do in winter is you lose square footage. So at the minute we've got occupancy. Let's have a quick look. So we've got over 8,000 square foot. So come winter, we could have 6,000 square foot, because we could lose a lot of square foot during winter time. So come January, roll around January, we might only have 6,000 square foot, which is not good. Is really, really not good. So yeah, that's the problem at the minute. We've got a paint specialist coming down on Friday, and the people who built the building, they're having a look as well. Don't know what they're coming down, but we just don't know what's happening at the minute. So yeah, back in my mind, we've got that problem as well. So it's interesting. It's really, really interesting at the minute. So who knows? Right, let's get back on to telling you more information. Monthly recurring revenue. Again, we've seen some nice growth here. 30 days ago, it was £15,916.09, and now it's £18,276.67. So we've seen a 12.92% growth, which is lovely jubbly. We're still seeing growth, 12.92. It's not not the 20%, but it's still growth, and especially because we've been slowing down as well, it's nice. Here's something that I'm really proud of, because as you know, how you behave in lease up when you just open, you occupancy is number one, and then when you get more occupied, then the number one is rate per square foot. What rate are you getting per square foot? And now we're starting to really motor on this, because we haven't got a lot of room, so we're increasing prices, etc., and really squeezing as much juice as we can do. And at a minute, we're hitting £17.77 per square foot, which 30 days ago, it was only £13.51. Did you see the difference there? £13.51 30 days ago, and now it's £17.77, really squeezing that. So even though we're not increasing square footage at the minute, we're increasing revenue, and ultimately revenue it's a heartbeat. Cash flow is a heartbeat. It's the breath. If without breathing, we can't live, we can't survive, we'll suffocate. And so we're increasing the revenue. Really happy. It's a 23.97% increase since 30 days ago. So yeah, that's something that we've worked on. Occupancy. This is a little bit of a problematic one because we just introduced all the phase 2 and it's 49.69% occupied, which means that we've basically gone, because 30 days ago it was at 82.41%, but we've added so much more square foot. So that's why it's 45.69. The most square foot occupied we've ever had is a couple of days ago on June the 25th, which was 8,425 square foot. And now we're at 8,225 square foot. So we're nearly at the most we've ever been. Let's see if I've got any more reports for you guys. No, I don't have any more reports. I don't think, what's this one? No, I don't. No, that's it. That's it, my friends. All right, I'll see you at the show. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys later. Love ya. Bye-bye.